All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the fourth episode
Fourth.
of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
uh,
fourth.
of the B-Town Brownie podcast.
It's been a hot second. We are sorry about that.
We officially have over 2.5 hours of recording time.
We're gonna figure
Tuna.
out some sort of schedule. Let us know in the comments below, like what type of schedule you want to see.
Facts.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
Yeah.
weekends. Like, let us know. We'll try to get something consistent.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I don't know. Where should we start? A lot of stuff has happened since we were gone. I think the big thing has been like Kanye in the news, like
100%.
when it comes to his actions on Twitter, his actions in person.
During the rally in South Carolina.
in North Carolina.
I think that was.
I think we touched on that already.
We touched on the rally in North Carolina.
Yeah.
We talked
but
about.
I don't think we touched on what happened after with Kim.
We
That's
didn't talk
true.
about the
Yeah, we
aftermath.
didn't.
Okay.
So
A little lesson
basically-
for those who haven't been in relationships. Prom. When you say something stupid, your partner is gonna not be very happy, and Kim Kardashian was definitely not a happy person.
Why did you say my name for
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
I've been in a relationship before.
Yeah,
How
but
No, entanglement, but still. Anyway.
All right, but long story short, Kim Kardashian is very, very angry right now.
and she is considering filing for divorce. So how do you guys feel about that? Like personally, I would never like wish divorce on anybody. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm actually a little different than you. I personally believe that people should divorce, and people shouldn't use like alimony or child support or like the children as like a justification for staying together. Because like I feel like the resentment, like I've definitely been over this in some other episodes, but like
Mhm.
a couple that should be divorced and wants to be divorced should get divorced, because otherwise they're going to be so toxic.
All right, wait,
Yeah.
but
What?
go on. Sorry.
I'm saying my ideology on divorce is that like I know that especially in the brown community, divorce is seen as such like a taboo thing. I think it's a good thing to divorce if you're not working, but I also think that you should try. You know, like I don't think you should just give up.
Divorce is a big
Yeah.
thing. Like
It is a big
It's a
decision to
huge
make. Like
process.
you can't divorce someone over like something that they said, and like unless it's like it depends on how bad it is. But again,
Yeah.
you can like
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I think that this is like. It's not like a huge overreaction, but it certainly is like a little bit of an overreaction because they obviously had true love at first, and then to go through all of this, how long have they been married for? 20?
20,
Bro, what?
What?
More like maybe
20
like
years?
5-6 years.
maybe
Yeah, not
20.
five,
It's closer.
six?
It's
maybe
closer
like 30, maybe like 45 years. Like no.
20, maybe 20 months, but not. Did you really? Were you about to say 20?
No, I think they've been together like 6-7 years.
Have they really been together that long?
Let me see. When did Kim and Kanye get married?
There's no way they got married that soon.
I'm pretty sure it was like 6 years.
But like,
No.
yeah, I think it's a bit of an overreaction because like first off, they came together.
Damn, you're right.
It's not
Yeah,
like-
6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I listened to Kanye all day today, by the way. All day, bro.
Good.
So good. Runaway, so good. If you need to be put on some Kanye music, I recommend you come to me. I'll be on campus this semester. It's official. I'm on campus.
it's official. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on
Um,
campus.
He actually hasn't told us this beforehand. It's just
Definitely,
live.
we definitely.
I mean, they're not excited because they don't really want me there, but now I'm here.
Yeah, no, don't come on campus.
Nah.
We don't want you there. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but
I just
I'm
want you
hard-
on campus.
I
We
just
just
can't
want
wait
you
to
on
cross
campus
him up,
because
you
we
know.
want to meet your mom. So
Fact.
So-
I'm trying to take his ankles, you know.
my mom is only gonna be here like 3 days. Relax.
Dude, I need to get a coronavirus test tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta get one like next week.
I need to get one soon, but bro, I can't wait.
This is a reminder-
Saw
this is a
his
reminder.
ankles, bro. I'm gonna take his ankles.
You're gonna take my bro.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
take your soul. Literally the first crossover. You're gonna check it up. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna get you right there.
No, you're not. You're
Your little
straight up
5'8"
not.
is gonna go down.
I'm not 5'8", man. I'm
Okay.
5'9" and a quarter.
Oh, you're 5'9"? Oh, you're 5'9"? Cry
Yeah, I'm
about it.
bulking
Cry
up,
about
too.
it. Cry
I'm
about
bulking
it.
up, bro.
Cry
I'm up
about
to
it.
140.
Cry
I'm up to
about it.
140.
And it gets
okay,
to you.
guys.
It's cute.
While we're on the topic of basketball, you want to talk about the NBA bubble scrimmages?
Okay, tell me why
Okay.
every team that I thought would do good is doing bad right now.
I mean, the
I think
Bucks
it's
are
more because
as
of like the
usual.
minutes. Oh my God, the Bucks are killing it,
The Bucks are killing it, bro.
dude.
And
What was it like? 82 points in the first half.
yeah, it's bro. They're just going off, bro. They're just going
Yo,
off.
Mahar, are you a fan of Giannis Acampo?
Bro, I'm more of a
Giannis
I'm
Acampo.
more of a fan of Costas Acampo.
Oh, word.
Bro, Rudy Gobert.
Or in
Rudy
the words,
Gobert,
or
bro.
in the
Oh,
words
God.
of J.R. Smith, yo, we got Giannis on our team now.
I'll be honest. Basketball isn't really my thing. I mean, I haven't actually
Not my
even.
thing either. I haven't watched a basketball game since 3 years ago, and I still know
Bro.
more about basketball than you do.
Okay, but I know more about cricket and baseball than you.
Did I
Okay.
ask?
I'm sorry. To all you baseball fans out there, like, okay, you know what? Full offense. Who the frick watches baseball? Who watches
Bro,
baseball
don't-
seriously?
Bro,
Bro.
Baseball.
comment how many F's were in that frick.
Let's not get demonetized. today.
Okay, I'll be honest. No, I'll be
That's-
honest. Baseball is by far the best way to spend like a long day. Like, crack open a few like either root beers or regular beers or whatever you want.
But you wouldn't know anything about that, right, Mahar?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
of
a
course
good.
not.
I'm
Right.
I'm a
Yeah,
good
come
boy.
on now.
Yeah.
But
For
like
sure.
like baseball is probably one of the best like environments, like just a fun
Yeah,
environment.
but people
Yeah.
only go for the glizzies.
Well, I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so like,
Yeah, hey, they got veggie glizzies.
they have veggie dogs. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Bro,
Veggie dogs are fire. I like
Okay.
veggie dogs.
I will.
Impossible. That company, bro.
yeah.
Impossible. What is it called?
Impossible makes
Meat?
good food.
Yeah,
Yo.
exactly.
Okay, I know this wasn't scripted, but I think like Beyond Meat, this industry, this is the best time to invest in that industry because
For
sure.
sure.
Are there stocks?
Shout out Beyond Meat. Shout out Impossible Burger. If
Beyond-
you want to sponsor us, we'd love
Yeah,
it.
fact,
Bro,
fact,
we
fact.
love that, bro.
But I
They're
think
low key.
now
They're
is
about
the
to
best
become
time.
big, bro.
Oh,
Fact.
on the topic of burgers, can I put you guys on something? A Pav Bhaji Sloppy Joe. This is a real thing. Like, so good, bro.
This man did
Bro,
the
you're
taste
real.
test. He did
You're
the
really.
taste test on camera.
Bro,
Really?
so
Okay.
fire.
Actually,
So fire.
whoa. Okay, no. Beyond Meat, they actually dropped yesterday. They dropped like $3.
What's their
Okay,
current
that's
market?
the perfect
What's
thing.
their
That's why
current
you
market?
should
Well,
sponsor
Beyond,
us.
I don't think
'cause-
Beyond. I don't think Beyond is as good as Impossible in my opinion.
Hey, I think they're both amazing.
They're
and
both
I would love a
amazing, bro.
sponsorship
They're
from
both
either.
amazing. Wait, Malhar, what's their current market value?
$125.43.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna.
I think it's a good time to buy into this. In all
It's definitely gonna go up. It's definitely gonna go
Yeah,
up.
I don't-
100%.
Yeah,
Let's wait for the earnings. I didn't see him today.
Because they're vying all these companies are vying for monopolies for like major fast food.
well,
franchise.
you can't buy stocks in Impossible. Impossible is not a public company.
It's not a
Is
public.
it private right now?
Right.
To be fair,
Oh,
if
shoot.
they were to become a public company, their IPO would be insane,
Insane.
Yeah.
depending on when they
Yeah,
open.
but honestly, I might invest like $300 into Beyond Meat.
So like 2 shares.
Yeah.
It's only 2 shares. Okay. Anyway, moving on because I think we went on a bit of a tangent there. So I think moving on to
Let's go back to the NBA bubble. We didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
like really
back-
talk
oh, yeah.
about that.
How do we go from the NBA? Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk about like the stars? Bull,
Bol, bro, he went off.
dude.
Bro.
Everyone
Underrated.
said Taco Fall. Who? Like,
Fact, Bol,
dude, he did
bro.
so well. They had to drug test him.
Yeah, that happened so many times, bro. Like, come on. Like, one good performance, you're gonna drug test them. Like, bro, I feel like that's a bit too much. But like, apparently, the Pelicans may try to go for Bol this offseason because they think it's
Really?
a good pairing for the team.
But who would they trade? Lonzo Ball?
I don't know who they're gonna trade. They may trade draft lottery because they want to keep all their core players like Lonzo, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Bol. Starting lineup.
Speaking of Zion, this is news from today. Zion has successfully cleared his quarantine period and will return to practice with the team today.
Yeah, bro. He had to leave
Yeah.
for some family reasons.
Yep.
I hope whatever it
Okay.
was, he's doing well.
Yep.
Yeah. On the topic of coming back into the bubble, let's talk about Lou Will and what he did.
Jeez.
Oh my
He's got 2
God.
wives and he still went to the strip club.
He still went to the strip club, quarantined for 10 days. This guy's a clown.
Yo.
This
He
guy's
said
a
he
clown.
went just for the wings.
Yeah.
Really?
Just for the.
I think he
Come
went
on,
just for the
man.
wings and a what's it
You know,
called? An
That
ending.
cake. He went for that dessert too.
Wait, who did that?
He went for that
Lou
happy
Williams.
ending too.
Yeah, facts.
Dumbass.
Yeah, Lou Williams, bro. He is missing the first 2 games of the Clippers now. That's actually pretty vital.
Actually, speaking on the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard actually used to be signed to Jordan Brand, and he's with who's he with now? Reebok. I think he's
New
with
Balance.
Reebok. He's with New Balance. That's true.
Mhm.
He's with New Balance right now, and I think that's like a good like. How do you feel about like players signing with different brands? Like, do you think like it's better for them to like sign with a smaller like brand or like a lesser popular brand? Not saying New Balance is not popular. I'm just saying like to the level of like Jordans or like.
I'm all for players signing for whatever can give them individually the best deal, as long as there's some sort of team unity. Like, I think a good example of this would be like for like some international level like teams. Like you have the team sponsors, so like let's use, I don't know, the Australia rugby team, or something, like the not Australia, New Zealand. So, they have.
I actually know a player on the on the New Zealand rugby team. Shout out him. I actually don't know his name. I know his sister. I met his sister in New Zealand.
So basically, the entire team is sponsored by, I think, Adidas or New Balance, and then
I believe it's Adidas. Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting.
What
yeah,
team?
Adidas, the New Zealand rugby team.
Oh, okay.
So, and then each individual player can choose to have their own sponsorships too, but they have to keep their Adidas logo on their stuff, all that. So I think that's the future for what you do with basketball. Like,
I mean, that's the same thing for basketball too.
Yeah.
No, but I think they should expand on it. Like,
I mean, that's what they're doing. That's what I'm trying to ask.
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel about it.
I think-
I'm saying it should definitely be like more. I think they should
Just
allow it more. Like, they have to still get approved and all that. Like, I think they shouldn't need so much regulation, as long as it's like a family-friendly thing, obviously.
Yeah.
That's not really what I'm asking, but that you make a good point. I was kind of asking like, how do you feel about players like signing with different shoe brands, and like which shoe brand do you see as like the king of shoe brands right now?
obviously Nike.
Nike.
No doubt. But
Do you think Nike is on top, or do you think it's because of Jordans, or?
So it depends for what. For basketball, Nike's 100%.
I think Jordans have made a big impact in how Nike's been seen in the basketball community. Like Michael Jordan has been the face of basketball for how many years now?
40.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, and he's like, if you put his like logo on a shoe and market it to customers,
it'll sell out.
It'll sell out. Yeah.
Every day.
For running shoes or like anything else, I would never pick Nike.
Oh no, for 100%.
Like for running, I'd say Asics or New Balance.
But the thing is, they could market running shoes and people will definitely buy them though.
Oh, definitely. I think you can put a hyped name on any shoe and it'll sell out. For example, the Off-White Air Jordan 4s that came out the other day sold out in 2 seconds.
Didn't you try to get those?
I did. I actually hit, but they canceled my order after.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your Sagar? What is your favorite Jordan like?
My favorite Jordan number?
Number, yeah.
The 1s or the 11s for sure.
Okay, I'd say mine are the 12s. The
12s are clean.
The AJ12. I have a specific one though. The wool ones. The gray,
like the gray wool ones.
The gray wool ones. Those are fire.
Super dope.
With the gold trim. Oh my god. Those are my dream shoes. I want to get those.
With the little gold accents on the lace
the gold
tips.
accents.
Yeah. Not the lace tips, the lace locks or whatever.
The locks, yeah. Exactly.
I've actually never really been too much of a Nike guy. I generally wear, like, depending on what I'm wearing, I'm always been a fan of like New Balance or Asics.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's respect.
And
Param, can I tell you a fun fact?
Yeah, what's up?
My dad actually had those shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was
That's why I
thinking-
knew what you were talking. I mean, I also really like sneakers, but he's had those pair.
Yeah,
That
that's
pair.
crazy.
We bought it off of so there's this thing called you probably heard of it, the Walk of Fame in LA.
Mhm.
So there's a Foot Locker that opened up over there.
Yeah.
And when they opened up, they did like special releases for different Jordans that released in the
damn.
past. And my dad copped those, and I copped the Gatorade ones at the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I beat them up.
Yeah.
I think sneaker culture overall ties into this large theme that we're seeing, because like I saw this post on Instagram today on like how the black community is contributed to
Yeah.
pop culture,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think sneaker culture is a huge part of that, and also hip hop.
I mean, well, let's just talk about fashion for a second. Like, what?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Good?
Yes, I am fine. Give me 1 second.
Oh my god.
Oh, on that note, everybody remember to wear a mask during this quarantine season. If you are going out, make sure to stay 6 feet apart and wear a mask.
Remember,
tonight.
it's patriotic now, so
Soccer. I just bought these
Oh.
glasses. I just bought these glasses today. Let me know in the comments how these glasses look. But in the
that was
fashion,
a cringe. That was the
Bro.
cringiest.
What?
I'd never do that again.
okay, so in the fashion industry, there are a few.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at my other screen and ignore what Sagar's putting in the Google Doc. So in the fashion industry, you have a few key things from.
What you just do?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Okay, so
yeah.
there are a few things, from the African American community and culture that have made their way into mainstream.
Bro.
Okay, and Sagar. So
Okay. Okay.
Oh my
So-
god. I do have the pass.
Stop.
Bro, they don't. I got a.
Oh my god.
I got the bus pass for IU. What pass you
let's
talking
not.
about?
For those of you that don't know what's happening, we have a separate doc open where we keep some topics that we want to hit on during the podcast, and I just labeled everything that I wanted to talk about with the word. This is black culture. This is black culture. This is black culture.
why would you write that? Okay, so basically, so some of the things that are popular. Okay, bucket hats, are those really popular?
Bucket hats. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
Bucket hats
Shout
used to
out-
be popping
Bucket
when I was
hats,
in like
yeah,
8th
bro.
grade.
Yeah, bucket hats.
when I was in like,
What do you?
Bro, back in 8th grade when I thought I was gonna get UCLA full ride, I had a UCLA bucket hat.
And then I
Bro.
took bio first year, and like whoop.
Bro,
Oh
shout out
yeah,
Coach
almost
Waddell.
failed bio. Shout out.
Shout out
Shout
bio.
out Coach Waddell.
oh, shout out
Rocks
Coach
the
Waddell.
bucket hats all day, bro.
So
Shout out Coach Waddell also for another reason, but we don't talk about that.
let's see what else.
I know it. Okay.
Do we need to make a complaint? Okay, but you got bucket hats, you got oversized clothing. Like
Bro, I'm on that oversized clothing.
I've actually never really been into
Oversized-
that.
Yo,
I'm not into it.
Like,
Like the long tees as well.
Saggy jeans.
I bought some IU merch. That was I bought it in a large, and they sent me a double XL. But so that's my favorite oversized piece.
That's your XXL freshman freestyle piece.
I mean,
Know that.
I personally don't. I like wearing clothes that are like a little more snug, but yeah, I mean, then
You
got,
should probably try oversized.
you got hoop earrings. What else?
Hey, yo, I think-
logos.
Hey, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the respect. You know that.
Oh my god.
I mean, well,
I don't think that's how the saying goes.
okay, we need to.
What are you talking about? It's not a saying. It's not a saying.
Okay. For the record, we need to not record these at 1:30 in the morning because we're like on a
What are you
different.
talking about? It's 10:30.
For Sagar, yeah.
Longer.
Okay, so Sagar's just an idiot. Okay, got it. But now that we talk about hoop earrings, oh, your neighbor?
Oh.
Oh my God. So,
Bro, okay.
Anyway,
That's good to know.
Anyway, I think okay. Let's move on to something else. Let's move on
Okay.
to the congressional hearing
We're getting
with all the
demonetized today.
with the big tech giants like
Oh, yeah.
Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. So they
So
all
you got
all
our
had a hearing in front of Congress.
shout out Sundar Pichai, Indian.
Yo, that's my
Chameleon.
uncle. Even though I'm North Indian, he's still my uncle. I don't care.
Bro, no, you cannot say he's my uncle. Come
He's
on.
my
Okay,
uncle.
Literally
He's
Chameleon.
Hey, on that note, can we talk about how we like have a separation in India itself, like between the North Indians and the South Indians
That is
because of
true.
I think it's all because of like the England coming in and trying to colonize us.
We're
and
gonna
they-
blame the British for this one.
Always
okay,
blame the
I think
British.
this is a topic for another podcast, though. Like
we should talk about this on the
Because-
Tandoori Thursday podcast.
Are we actually doing that?
But I think moving on to the congressional hearing, I
Yeah.
think a lot of the only genuine statement I heard was from Google, because Sundar Pichai said that it was basically about the hearing was basically about how each of these companies benefit the consumer
How much power each
and
of these companies
how
have.
much power each they have. I think the least sincere one was from Apple, and the most sincere one was from Google. Because Sundar Pichai,
Which is so ironic.
That's not
Yeah.
ironic
I
at
don't
all.
think it's ironic at
That's
all.
expected.
Yeah, it's expected.
I think it's because of because they're so intertwined in like the same fields. You'd expect the same type of answers from both.
Because
it is the same field, but you have to understand that the way that they
their
market
business
their product,
model is completely
their
different.
business models
This
are
is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
Yeah.
because Google's the entire point of Android as an operating system is open. It's completely
Open source.
It gives creators the freedom to create. You know, Apple's completely the opposite. I'm not like shit. I'm not gonna shit on Apple, but
Shout out Apple.
I'm gonna shit on Apple. Because they like to tie their consumers into that one single ecosystem, and I think that's where they get most of their revenue from. Is because
I'm not mad at it though. Go get your bread.
I
Get your
mean, yeah,
bread.
not at all. But I think it gets kind of irritating for some people if they don't want to get like a MacBook. Like oh, you have an iPhone, so it just makes the most sense to get a MacBook. Makes the most sense to get an Apple Watch.
Like, I
So-
disagree. Like, I think right now the best phones, or like some of the best phones, are probably the iPhone, sheerly because of how much utility they give.
Well, spec
No.
for spec,
Okay.
the S20 Ultra is the best phone on the market.
Spec for spec.
Well, yeah.
Spec for spec. S20.
But I think for the popular
Overall-
consumers, iPhone is literally the simplest and safest device you can.
I think it's the
Yes.
most I think it's also the most convenient because if you're in that ecosystem, you never need to get out. They have that sense
True.
of security and safety.
But it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
premium, it
Yeah.
gets
Well,
expensive.
no, the phones aren't too bad. The things that are really bad, like the laptops, like I would never buy an Apple laptop.
And that's why
Yeah.
I think that Apple has that much power over the consumer because they have them locked in that ecosystem.
But to be fair, aren't they? Didn't they switch the USB-C for
Well,
their?
yeah, but okay, unless they switch to USB-C on the iPhone, I'm not gonna be convinced.
They did. The new
They
iPhones
did.
use USB-C.
Really?
No, they-
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And also on that note, the new MacBooks are actually going to be ARM based. Like their chips, they're not going to be using Intel Core anymore, or they will for some models, but other models will be ARM based, and those are actually set to be $200 cheaper. Which is why this year, with their new MacBooks that they rolled out, they used the 8th generation and the 10th generation Intel Core.
Yeah.
And they just because they wanted to do that last push with Intel
Wait,
Core
I
without
have a
like
question.
expanding too
Wait,
much.
Sagar, what processor are these new ones using?
It's like an ARM-based, like made by Apple processor.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And
so,
just knowing that, and I wanted to link it. Thank you for reminding me to go back to this. I wanted to link this to like what you were saying, the power that Apple has over the consumer. Because they have so much power, they can do this and have like applications be ready to support the Apple ARM-based processors.
oh no, they won't though. Like, here's the thing: if they're gonna do a new processor, here's the thing. I think right now, I don't think any like serious user uses what's the word processor on Apple Pages.
OneNote?
Pages.
No, Pages.
Pages.
I don't think anyone seriously uses that. Microsoft Word or Google Docs, and Microsoft Word is still undisputed the king. So
Yes.
that means that you have all these outsider applications to Apple, like Skype, Zoom, Microsoft Office, Adobe, all of these now need to create a new version of their software to support this for both 32-bit and 64-bit for these processors. So,
Yes.
like,
I think they're gonna do it. That's the power that I believe Apple has.
I don't think there's enough demand for that. Like, I just don't think the.
Think about all the millions of users that buy a MacBook every year.
I think the actual specs for the devices aside, I think Cook's statement was very half-baked. In the actual congressional hearing, he said the only main point he had was that consumers have a choice. And like between Google or Apple, and I don't think that's a strong enough point to make that consumers should choose Apple because they have a choice.
I don't think people are no.
I think that's a very half-baked statement, and I think that's just driving consumers away more from Apple.
Primarily, the biggest reason to buy an Apple laptop, in all honesty, it's not because of processing power or anything like that. Like,
It's because you can use iMessage on your laptop.
It's the iPhone iMac thing, but more importantly, it's also what's it called? The pop culture behind it. Like,
Cool. So Sagar just left.
I think he had to go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, but I've heard that there are many people that use a Mac but then install a Windows interface.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
they do that all the time.
Yeah, because iOS is one of the buggiest operating systems. But at that point, what are you really paying for? Because the shell of a Mac, you could probably get a Dell computer for like half the price.
If you're only getting a Mac for processing power, then there's no point in getting.
There's no point. That's true. Yeah.
Like, I bought an HP Spectre, and I could have gone with the Envy, which is cheaper and provides basically the same thing. I like the Spectre because the screen's a lot better.
Shout out HP if you guys can sponsor us. Because
but like the same thing, if I were to get the exact specs, and Apple doesn't even offer touchscreens, if I were to get the same computer, but in Apple products, I think it would have cost me like $2,200 more than what I already paid.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it would have been almost $4,000 for a laptop.
Shout out my baby cousin. She just called me on WhatsApp. Shout out Mumbai.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Moving on from the laptops though, like, I think the closing statement for this, I think the main thing is we have to be careful what we choose to spend in.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg is potentially the real life version of the Spider-Man lizard.
I think I doubt that he is human. I
Yo.
have very strong doubts that he is human.
I agree, but can I just say,
We're about to get
on that topic, have you guys heard about like the documents coming out of the
Pentagon.
Area 51 of Pentagon about like UFOs from like non-earthly made materials? That was in a report that like stuff from out of this world materials.
These guys just found
UFO.
vibranium. That's what happened.
Vibranium.
Yo,
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Oh my god! I almost like knocked over my cold brew. Or my.
It's not a cold brew. Don't claim it's a cold
my
brew.
cold coffee. My cold coffee. Okay. I like almost karate chop that shit. Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Like, I'd love to see more clarity from the Pentagon, and like, I want to see if aliens are real.
You think you're gonna get clarity from the Pentagon?
No,
come on.
What are you? What are you, an immigrant? No, I'm kidding. Every citizen knows you don't get clarity from the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And even
You have hope? You have hope in this? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of aliens, though, can we appreciate that Donald Trump Jr. got banned from, he got suspended from Twitter?
He said speaking of it. Yeah,
Speaking of things that are out of this world, could you believe that the most immature person on Twitter got banned?
That's crazy, man.
Donald Trump Jr. was suspended from Twitter today and had many of his posts taken down after he inadvertently caused the phrase, what was it? Demon sperm to be trending in the United States.
Well, I think that
Shout out my Satanists.
I personally think that all 5-year-olds should be suspended from Twitter.
No.
Yeah, you gotta be 13 to get an account.
I thought it's 18. But long story short,
You wish it was 18.
It's not 18. It's not 18.
It's not.
all right, long story short, reposting stuff, at least check your facts. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because
And on that note,
This guy literally retweeted a doctor who has said in the past that women's like health problems like endometriosis and stuff like that are caused by sleeping with vampires and demons at night in their dreams.
You know what? I think he has a point. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And then while we're on the topic of the Trumps, can we talk about financially? Like, do we want to talk about that? Do we want to talk about that today, or should we set that for another day?
I think we should set that for another.
I think this is a bigger topic.
Did you call him Daddy Donald in this chat?
Daddy Donald.
Who did that?
Who said
That was you.
That wasn't me.
It was 100% you. It wasn't me.
Who else would call another dude daddy? Come on now.
Yeah, come on, Mahar.
I feel like this is.
Shout out my LGBTQ community. Love you all.
I support you guys, even though I am not one of you.
That's exactly what a closeted person would say.
We're about to get demonetized.
Hey, we support you, Mohar. It's okay.
Bro, on that note, you should follow us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, B-Town
Yeah.
Brownies. We post the
B-Town, yes,
littest
sir.
content.
Yes.
The best the most underrated Brown Twitter page.
Yeah.
Most underrated Twitter.
Most underrated Twitter page.
Yeah. We're also we're on Spotify.
We are on Spotify.
We're on a few platforms. Let me pull up that list because I haven't.
I swear, if you don't know the platform by name, then there's no point in mentioning.
We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram account.
We have a
We have a
Facebook?
Twitter. We have a
Wait.
Facebook page linked to our Instagram as a business account because I am literally the greatest
Okay.
person in the world.
We are also on
Good job.
Breaker. We're on Breaker as well as Radio Public.
I've never heard of
I've-
either.
What are both?
Let me-
I would love sponsorships. No.
Let's see. We've gotten 5 total plays on Spotify.
Wait, how hard is it to get on Apple Music?
Apple Music takes a little longer to process.
I'm pretty sure you can't really get on Apple Music unless you have a radio station.
No, we can get on.
No, you
You
can.
can?
Yeah, it just takes a little longer to process. So right
I
now
did
we're
not know this.
on Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
But
So basically just Spotify.
Yeah. So basically, just
No. To all my podcast lovers that have found us on any of these other websites, it would mean a lot if you guys could migrate to the Spotify because we're trying to build over there and then expand. However, your view means the most to us on any site.
We also do have a YouTube channel.
We also have a YouTube channel,
That's-
which
that's
you
what
should
this
subscribe
is.
So
to.
we're uploading
Just
this.
subscribe, like.
So, hopefully.
That's true. If you want
Um,
to see our beautiful faces, except for Mahar's adequate face, then check us out on
Yep.
YouTube.
If you want to see bootleg Kevin Durant or Offset, just look at so,
If you want to know what the cinnamon stick looks like now from Apple Jacks,
my
Applejack.
gosh.
Okay.
Years later.
Okay, let's stop plugging and let's talk about some other points. Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Can we talk about Logic retiring?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Bro.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the way he returned to old Logic.
this
on
was
old
old
Logic.
Logic. This was 100% old Logic.
It was
Yes.
I would say the album is 8 out of 10, and I only minus the 2 points because, like, I'm not giving Logic full points still. But
Hater.
no, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I just think his last 2 albums were trash. But but I think this one was I gotta give him props because he returned to old Logic and he made the vibey beats, like he brought him back. I'll give him props for that.
But
Dude,
he is only
I
30
absolutely
though.
loved it.
Is that usual for rappers to retire at age?
Well,
I honestly think he's not going to retire. I think he's just taking a break
Break?
because of all the
I
Of his
think
band
stuff
name.
that has
I
happened
think
to
he's
him.
okay. In all honesty, I think he's retiring because has a kid. Like statistically, if we look at hip hop artists, a lot of them end up like either fading away.
What are you talking about?
What?
What do you?
Dude, 99% of rappers have kids.
If you're talking about NBA YoungBoy, then that's not.
No,
Future has a family.
No, but what I'm-
Multiple families.
NBA YoungBoy has 8 kids and he's
No,
like
what I'm
20.
saying-
Lil Wayne, bro.
a lot of rappers, like in their older stages, like past the age of 30, like they sometimes struggle, like they fade, like you know what I mean? They either fade or they die. Like
Over
there's
the
like
age of 30. Look at Drake.
Bro,
Look at
Lil
Drake.
Baby has a Lil Baby.
Kanye is 43.
The
Kanye
baby
is
has a
43.
daughter.
Kanye is also running for president. He's in mainstream media.
So are all these other people we just mentioned.
Exactly.
Shout out Logic.
See, this is how you know Malhar does not listen to a lot of hip hop.
Okay, let's talk about something Malhar can talk about. Taylor Swift's album that dropped.
Oh my.
I
Malhar, you wanna go on?
loved this album so much. Like,
Of course you did.
what is
Better
that
not.
supposed to mean?
Nothing.
No,
Like-
go on. Talk about it.
like-
Let me hear what you have to say about it, and then I will continue my slander.
Like, definitely like a surprise drop. Like it was. It wasn't. It was.
I wasn't surprised. I'll get into that later.
No, it was like teased a little, but like no one expected to drop out immediately. And like Folklore was like, it was kind of reminiscent of like the Taylor Swift that we used to listen to like when like we were kids. It was somewhat reminiscent of that with a mixture of modern style. I don't think
I didn't listen to the new album, but I just want to get it out there that my
Me
favorite
neither.
Taylor Swift song is 22.
Okay.
Because
Do I think it should be an indie folk? No, it shouldn't be an indie folk. But it's definitely like a mixture between like old Taylor Swift and modern Taylor Swift, and I really like that. Like I love like Cardigan.
Why do you say modern like that?
I also like Cardigan, just not by Taylor Swift, by Don Toliver. Check it out.
Epiphany, Mad Woman. Epiphany,
That's the
Mad
wrong
Woman
song.
piece.
Okay,
Like,
Malhar.
I just feel like this is a really good album and to build off of. Like we can see like a potential rebranding of Taylor Swift, especially after we saw that whole thing with her publisher and all that in the past few.
I agree with you there, for sure.
Like I think
Yeah.
we're starting to see where she can like settle into her niche. Like she went from like this country stuff to this like weird pop phase where she
Wait,
ended up
when?
working with Kendrick
When?
Lamar.
When?
Oh, early on in her
Yeah,
career.
when did I ask? No, I'm just kidding.
Get this. No.
Absolutely destroyed.
No. Okay. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, Prom. I thought you didn't know that Taylor was a country artist to begin with, and I was like, you idiot.
No, I knew the Taylor
No.
was a country artist.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of country music. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not a
You're
fan
not
of
a big
country.
fan of
I'm
what?
sorry to all my country fans in Indiana because we're going there. Please don't murder me. But
Oh, that might be for a different reason.
You might want to
Ooh.
chill out there, but
Calm down.
I'm just
Calm
saying, you're friggin' I'm gonna say you're friggin' bandwagoner. You're a Patriots fan.
Me?
Who's
Oh,
it? No.
Me?
Oh, Sagar's the bandwagoner.
How am I the?
Yeah, he's a
I'm not a
bandwagoner.
bandwagoner. He's
He
just
follows Tom Brady.
Oh, he just likes Tom Brady too much. What's the Bucks jersey?
Oh wait, Bucks fan. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, Bucks. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, did this guy just go to get his jersey?
He has a Bucks jersey?
Of course he did.
Of
Pat's
course.
jersey. And he's getting his Bucks jersey.
You have a Bucks jersey?
I am the farthest thing from a bandwagon Patriots fan.
Tom Brady fan.
I am a Tom
Yeah.
Brady fan. I will always be a Tom Brady fan, but it's Patriots for life.
Of course.
Is
of
it
course.
Patriots first or Tom Brady first?
So
sorry, you
like,
say Tom
so
Brady. If you
like,
say Tom
so
Brady.
like,
Okay.
no.
I
No,
think this is what we call a checkmate.
No. I think Tom Brady's the greatest player to ever play, but it's always Patriots first.
Yes. Always Patriots, bro. We don't talk about this upcoming season, though. Like, we don't talk about that, but, like,
Okay, but
We
back,
don't-
this season.
I think we have to talk about it eventually because
back to what I was saying though, I really like the new Taylor Swift album. Like I think it'll show like what she's developing into and like helping her find like a little more niche type thing, something she's more comfortable with, not necessarily something more mainstream. Like how like she ended up working with Kendrick Lamar and like stuff like that. I think she's trying.
shout out Kendrick, shout out Compton,
Shout out
Sponsor.
K-Dot,
shout out
Kung Fu
K-Dot.
Kenny. I was actually in Compton just the
what
other
would you
day.
rate it out of 10, Mo, for this album? What would you rate it out of 10?
Like a good 6 or 7 at least.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair. My take on the album, I'd say very, very label pushed, if that makes sense. Like I don't think it was really what she wanted to do. Felt more like the label kind of like
The producer
kind of guiding her, like, hey, maybe you should do this right now because this kind of sounds like what Kanye is doing and what Travis is doing, and those are the guys that are bringing up the numbers right now. Like let's try to like push something like. Of course, we don't want you to do rap, but let's try something indie and like wholesome, and the noises are a little lo-fi. Let's go for that. I don't think that was the direction she wanted to go in, but a lot of those songs were really bad. But there were a few that I really liked. Like the Bon Iver feature was absolutely amazing.
Exile.
Yeah.
I think
That song is something that like if I didn't dislike Taylor Swift to the point where I really can't listen to her, I would probably have added that into my playlist. But off of 2 listens, I gave it 2 listens. I would say I could only take away maybe 1 or 2 songs off of that album, and
I'm assuming Cardigan and Exile.
yeah.
I think like moving on to the broader idea of like labels pushing like the type of music that the artists want to. I think artists are getting less and less creative freedom nowadays because of their labels, and it's like the labels have a lot of power over an artist, which I see that not a lot of artists, but some artists are pushing towards being independent without a label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was that said it, but
Taylor Swift.
Drake is going to be free at the end of this year. Just letting everyone know that Drake is free at the end of this year. And I think someone said that Drake is going to be making $70K a week if he drops music the way he has been without a label.
Yeah.
$70K a week.
Well, how much is he making now?
I think he right now he makes more money, like way more money off of a show than he does for a feature or for his own albums.
I think that's.
Oh, R.I.P. OVO Sound.
Give me one
No,
second.
he would. I think OVO Sound is labeled under OVO the brand, so I think that would go with Drake.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Because I mean, he was one of the co-founders, so it's like.
Yeah, what was it? Him and 40, and 40 is his guy.
Yeah.
Chubbs, 40, those have been his guys. Boy Wonder.
Do you think people are like forced to join a label in order to get their
I don't think they're forced. I think that's the mainstream. That's what most artists.
You'd be an idiot to not join up with the producer and a label, though.
I don't think you have to join a label to be successful.
You don't have to, but it's one of the easiest ways.
Okay, you've seen some artists like I'll admit it's not easy. Like you remember Arizona Zervis?
Yeah.
When he did Roxanne.
Roxanne.
He wasn't signed to a label, but he got famous off of like TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think boosted.
But that's the exception. That's not.
You just need an A&R. Like
you need platforms to boost your music. You don't need a record label. You know.
Mm-hmm.
If you had proper advertising without a label, then you don't need a label.
No, but what I'm saying is like a label really like takes care of a lot of the pressure off the artist, and I think it does help. But at the same time, there are definitely some drawbacks to it.
No, for sure. Yeah. No.
Can I just say that people that go independent usually don't make it, or I want to add to that actually before I go on to a second point. Like, I feel like most artists, like, who are the only independent artists that you know right now that like really made it? I can only think of 2, Chance the Rapper and Russ. And who listens to Russ? Nobody listens to Russ, but he's popping. I'll give him credit. He's got one good song and a huge like cult fan base.
Yeah, basically.
But no one listens to Russ. And Chance's last album was so bad. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he gets that level of streaming again.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
Also, on the side,
I'm
so scared. I almost started nodding off for a second. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, because you have work in a few hours, don't you?
I have work.
in 2 hours.
I have work.
Hey, it's okay. Remember, owls are nocturnal. Look at your glasses. You look just like one.
I'm 2 weeks behind on work for 2 classes, so I gotta stay up for the next.
Yeah, I mean, that's another topic. I mean, we're gonna be moving in soon. I mean,
can I just say one more thing about music?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I want to know your thoughts on this, you guys too. Do you think who do you think is the biggest A&R in music? I think it's Kylie Jenner.
And
Like an A&R, someone is like who finds like music and like puts it out like to make it like it shows like bigger labels or whatever. I think the biggest one is Kylie Jenner.
Okay, I'm actually going to disagree with you there. What I'm going to say is the biggest one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting what the meaning, but I think it's really like TikTok, like people who are really popular on TikTok.
Okay, but do you think it's like a certain person on TikTok, or do you think it's like
I can think of two off the top of my head, like Addison Rae and
Addison and Charlie?
and Charlie. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they promote so many things with like dances, like
Yeah, but I think Kylie just by association with Travis too.
right.
I would agree with Sagar there.
I think even before Travis though, like I think the first artist I saw her put on, and these are like actual stats. She played, what was it, 10 Toes Down or Myself by Nav.
And then Nav
Overnight gained 476% in streaming, and he got flown out to LA with cash to sign a deal with EXO.
10 Toes Down was actually my first Nav song.
10 Toes Down.
So if anyone says I'm a bandwagon Nav fan just because I'm a brown white, no. I listened to him before he was popular.
Bro, facts. Take Me Simple, 10 Toes Down,
Take Me Simple,
Myself. I fell in love in LA. Dude, so good. Brown Boy, the original one, not the one on Good Intentions. Never met a brown boy hanging.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, and then going back to what Mahar said about moving in, you can go on from there. I don't want to cut you off again.
Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna be moving in the next few weeks. I move in before you guys. I move in 10 days.
Okay, Mr. IFS.
I mean, it's a big thing. Like you're probably gonna see. Like I'll probably put some room tours up on the channel, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you can get a chance to actually no, my roommate's gonna be there too. I was gonna say please take a picture of Foster.
Your roommate is literally in an IFS class. I think he's
shout out Foster.
Shout out Sean.
No, that's my dorm.
No, Sean's your roommate.
No, I mean like my dorm is Foster.
Bro,
what's your dorm? Wait, what dorm are you staying in? I didn't even ask.
Oh, I'm in Teeter.
You're in, oh, dude, I heard Teeter's mad iconic.
Dude, Teeter got renovated this year too. So.
Fact, same with Foster.
Yeah. Well, Foster only got renovated to remove the asbestos.
No, it got fully renovated. Teeter was the one that got renovated to remove the asbestos.
No, Teeter got some parts of Teeter got it. The other parts were like fully like redone, like new furniture, all that.
Are you good?
He's taking a deuce right now.
Thunder?
Where is Teeter?
I'm trying to scare him into stop talking.
Like northeast.
Teeter's central.
Central, dude.
I don't know.
He's South Central on the gang. No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think Teeter's like 0.2 miles away from us, Pradeep.
It's like
we're in Agony, by the way. So if you guys want to visit,
well, Pradeep, aren't we sharing cleaning supplies and stuff like that? Like a vacuum
cleaning supplies.
What are you talking?
Wait, we are?
No, just like wait. You're not in that.
You're in Briscoe, so you're
okay, but I'm not in Briscoe. I wish I was in Briscoe.
He's not in Briscoe. He's in
Foster. Sorry.
Wait.
But like that's not too far. That's just on the other side of Kelly.
Dude, that's far.
It's still far to like walk and share.
I live like 2 blocks. Yeah. I'm like 2 blocks off of Prom and Pradeep's.
Yeah, like he can if he bikes, he could take him like 90 seconds to get to our dorm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know how far the dorms are. Fun fact: I've not been on campus. No.
Well, I wasn't in that area.
Yeah.
Is it really that far away?
What? Like
the dorms from each other?
They're not that far. I mean,
you can walk across campus in like 15 minutes. I thought.
No.
What?
Pradeep, Pradeep, you haven't been on campus either, have you?
I have.
You did go for DA day.
I didn't go for DA day. I went.
He went for the
during the summer.
Oh, over the summer. Okay, never mind.
So I've gone for I went for DA day.
Same. But it's not 15 minutes.
No, definitely not.
No, my high school takes 15 minutes to go from one side to the other.
My high school takes like 20. Like
I don't remember asking, but okay.
No, but IU probably you might be able to walk from like the fraternity neighborhood, like where all the frat houses are, you could probably walk that in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, Mahar, I can't wait to compare sizes with you when I see you in person. You know, of high schools. High
Yeah.
school.
that's cool. I just really don't remember asking for that.
That wasn't funny. Stop
No,
laughing.
no, stop.
Straight face gang.
Stop.
Mohor, you can't do that.
You can't do it. Anyway, no, I think we should all compare sizes, dorm room sizes.
Dude, for sure.
I think I have the biggest dorm room size.
I think I have the biggest.
I definitely have like the
size.
thickest one, you know, because like I'm gonna have like all this like
No,
furniture and stuff in my room.
Me and Pradeep have the girthiest dorm room I think there is.
Well, what do you mean by girthiest? Like, do you mean like?
I think it's pretty meaty.
Would you say it's like a long
agree.
like walkway into the room? Like, would you say the shaft is long?
The hallway.
We're children. We're absolute children. But anyway.
You know, both our beds are lofted, so you
Lucky
know, keep a
bastards.
head up, right?
Dude, all I'm saying is if one of you falls on the other, I'm gonna piss my pants.
I mean, no, we're not
that's
lofted
not
like
what
one
lofted
over the other.
is.
We're both like,
That's the captain bed.
Oh, did you not do? You did the loft where each of you.
Lofted.
yes, sir.
Dude, I mean, I feel like there's benefits and disadvantages to that. Like, yes, you get a lot of storage, but one, loft beds get hot.
Ow.
I thought they get
Ow.
cool.
Hot.
When we get-
How do they get hot? You're
Because-
closer to the ceiling. That's where air is.
Warm air
But hot
rising.
air rises, right?
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
failed science.
I was like, when I was a kid, like I had a little loft, and I got to climb up.
Shout out all my brown boys that could never be a doctor. I failed science.
I fell off that bed so many times. But long story short,
I stopped asking a while ago.
we had to put a fan. Okay, shut up. Let me finish my story. We had to put a fan on the desk because it was so hot. So like loft beds might get hot.
You know
Insane.
when you get cut off when you have to say "Let me finish my story" in the middle of your story. That's how you know everyone stopped caring.
If you guys are watching us on YouTube right now, we're laughing at Mahar.
Whoa.
If you're listening to us on Spotify, we're also laughing at Mahar.
Are you hot?
Okay.
Legally, I'm not allowed to disclose that information. Nah, I'm kidding. For legal purposes, that was a joke.
Okay.
I would never, ever do drugs.
Okay, let's talk about something else. What are your opinions on drugs?
Oh my gosh.
On
Okay,
what?
On that note,
What's my opinion on what?
Drug use.
What is
Drug
what
use?
is drugs? I don't.
Okay, no, let's
I don't
Okay,
like. You
no,
know,
in
I
all
think
honesty,
Tylenol use. I think Tylenol use is kind of getting out of hand. To be honest.
oh, Tylenol,
I think-
Advil?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
just be a man. I think just be a man and suck up the pain. Like,
no. Okay, no.
Painkillers are for pussies.
I use a lot of painkillers on this thing. But let's be real.
on
first.
what thing? What?
My knee.
Okay,
Yeah,
you should
I-
say
I-
that for the listeners, not the
My point
viewers.
still stands. Painkillers are for pussies.
No, I mean,
Continue.
I think we're talking about like stuff like
Um,
weed. I feel like weed should be decriminalized and like it should be fine to use like as long as you're over 18, you're being responsible.
Sometimes I forget it's not fully legal because there's like, if I go from where I live right now to Los Angeles, let me think.
Oh no, you can smell it in New Jersey. Like people are doing it stuff.
There's at least 9 dispensaries on my way, depending on which road you take. Let me say
Yeah,
that.
there aren't any legal. Are there legal dispensaries? in New
Nope.
Jersey? Not that I'm
I
aware
don't
of.
think so.
medicinal only.
Yeah, because I mean, there's still a lot of states that need to make it.
Yeah,
at
like-
least.
Yeah.
And
my-
and it's actually very easy to get a med card. Once you're 18,
Yeah.
you can just go to the doctor's office and they can prescribe you one if you are in need of one. Or if you find a doctor off the internet for 20, I mean, if you need one. No.
You need one.
No, all I'm saying is like stuff like weed that should be fine. Like I fully agree. Like crack cocaine and crystal meth should be kept like.
I think that's generally agreed on.
Yeah.
One thing about making
Unless you're on
Barrel.
Breaking Bad, then I don't know. What to
Shout out Karen from the gas station who wouldn't agree.
oh my god.
my favorite crackhead. Anyway.
Oh, can I tell you guys a story? But because we're on the topic of Karen. Okay, so
That's-
I
that's
social
really cool.
distanced at the beach today, and so I had to fill gas right when I got there. I got out of the car with
Imagine-
my mask
hold on,
on.
hold on. Imagine having to get out of your car to fill up your own gas.
Peasant. Okay,
even
anyway.
Keep in mind we're going to Indiana, where they also need to get out of the car to fill gas.
Do I have a car in Indiana?
Nope, neither of
Do
us.
I ever
exactly.
ask if you had a car in Indiana?
No.
Anyways, before you guys say
Continue,
stupid.
Peasant. Anyway.
So I
He
thought
has to
I had
get
my
out of his
mask.
car. Look at this dude.
Okay. Continue your story, Sagar.
Let me finish.
Let me finish my story, guys.
So when I got out of the car, I had my mask hanging off one ear and I didn't have it like covering my face. This lady comes up to me from around the pump and says, "You better put a mask on. Do you understand that Orange County has the second most cases of corona in the state of California that has the most cases of corona? Shout out, we're the winners, by the way. Anyways." And I'm like, "Oh, chill, sorry, I forgot." And I would, but I think it's crazy because yeah, people don't wear masks here. But like,
Dude, it should.
It's insane.
I actually I might catch some slack from this, but I fully believe, like, with universities like that are opening, that their mask policy to have like disciplinary stuff. Like, if you like don't
you
wear a
get
mask.
expelled if you don't wear a mask.
No, I was gonna say you get like a hold or you get sent home.
Oh, really?
At
I think
all?
it's like that.
Like,
No.
like just one.
No,
I think,
no, like-
I think after multiple.
Like three
Yeah.
strikes.
You should have like a 3-strike policy.
Yeah, 3-strike policy for
But
sure.
you do like
Yeah.
maybe a fine for the first 2 times, and then you just get downright sent home.
I think it should be a slap on the wrist for the first time. The
Double
second time
tuition.
should be
Double tuition for all of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Bankrupt them.
I think the second time should be a fine, and then the third time should be going home, or at least a 14-day mandatory quarantine.
No, you should be getting sent home because at the end of the
Really?
day, your irresponsibility isn't just affecting you; it's affecting the
endangering
people
lives.
around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
I've heard cases are going up in the Midwest, apparently.
Absolutely. I mean, Indiana. Shout out to IU. We're the most susceptible campus for early shutdown with
website,
Corona. So
We're number one.
Not to flex or anything, but we're number one.
We're the
I'm
best.
actually
I
number
mean-
one twice now.
You're the most likely to get hit by a car.
Okay, where did that come from?
You're the most likely to get hit by a car while filling the car with gas at a gas station.
Okay, that's just a stretch. That's just a stretch.
okay.
He's also the most likely out of us to have that happen to him. What are you doing? Are you like?
I'm not gonna comment on that. Anyway, I think we're pretty much.
I think
I think
this
we're
is-
done.
Yeah,
I think we're done.
I think we're good.
I think we need to finish for today before.
Before we die laughing.
Sorry, guys. I've been making jokes all day.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I hope we touched on some topics that you want to. If you want to hear some more topics, there will be a more focused podcast tomorrow with all the topics that you would like. We'll also be putting an Instagram poll after this podcast is uploaded to see what topics you guys want to talk about. Shout out George and shout out Malhar's glasses for coming in from Costco and looking absolutely amazing. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
On
Drive
that
safe.
note, we're done.
Yep. I only gotta get up for work in 2 hours.
Yeah, stop recording.
Yeah, come on.